Good morning to each one of you present virtually. On the behalf of Convener Dr. P.D. Chaudhary, Principal, Progressive Education Societies, Modern College of Pharmacy, Nigdi, and Coordinator Dr. Bhushan Pimpre, HOD, Pharmacognosy, Progressive Education Societies, Modern College of Pharmacy, Nigdi, I, Ms. Sheetal Patil, welcome all the eminent speaker and participants from all over the India to AICT sponsored short-term training program slot 2 on innovations in effective teaching, learning pedagogy and research skill development. Before proceeding our 2 day session, I would like to summarize yesterday's session. In morning, the first session was delivered by Dr. Shilpa Chaudhary, Professor and HOD of Pharmaceutics, Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy, Akudi, Pune, on topic game pedagogy. The second session was delivered by Sri Vidya Ravi, Patent Associate, Ganex Hermeneutics Private Limited, Pune, on topic basics of IPR and planning on IPR portfolio. Now let's move to our today's first session. Before proceeding, I would like to introduce eminent speaker Dr. Ashok Panda, Research Officer, CARIHT, Bhubaneswar, under CCRAS, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Dr. Ashok Kumar Panda has completed BAMS in 1994 from Gopabandhu Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Puri, Odisha, and completed his MD in Kaya Chikitsa in 1998 from IPGA E&R at SVSP Hospital, Kolkata. He started his career as PG lecturer at DGM Ayurveda College, Gadak, Karnataka. After 4 years, he worked as assistant professor at SJS Ayurveda College, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, till 2006. After, he worked as a research officer in Ayurveda for 5 years and presently working as scientist 3. Talking about his specialization area, it is in Kaya Chikitsa, that is Ayurveda medicines. Research projects in-handed under IMR as clinical evaluation of Bilva Majja Churna in Grahani, multicentric clinical trial of Dhatri Lahua in Kafja Pandu, that is iron deficiency anemia, clinical evaluation of Khushmandak Rasayana in management of chronic bronchitis, clinical evaluation of Abhadya Churna and Mukta Sukti Bhasma in Ayurvedic management of osteoporosis and osteopenia, and clinical evaluation of Narikela Lavana and Amla Khyadi Churna in management of Amla Pitta, that is hyperacidity. He has published 60 national and international research papers. He is editor of 3 journals and reviewer of 10 journals. Talking about his membership of professional body, he is life member of All India Ayurveda Specialist Association, life member of Research Society for Study in Diabetic in India, and a life member of All India Association for Advancing Research in Obesity. Now I kindly request Dr. Ashok Kumar Panda to deliver a talk on scope of pharma professionals in Ayush. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam, for your introduction.
Welcome.
I will tell you the how pharma professionals in Ayush research. What are the scope of pharma professionals in our Ayush research? So I share my screen.
You can start.
Share screen, madam. How to share screen? Share screen.
You can share your screen, sir. Now you are host.
Oh, okay. So directly, if I click, it's not coming. Yes.
Sir, you are host now. Just by clicking on share screen, you can share your screen.
But not coming now, madam. I just clicking share screen. But not coming. Don't know.
Just a moment, sir.
Just multiple hold multiple window.
Okay, sir, you can check now. Your host.
Not coming. iPhone, iPad that is coming. Screen. Very clear. How I will approach to my screen.
My screen approach on my screen.
Share screen. No coming. No.
Share screen option is there, sir. At the bottom.
Bottom I seen, madam, but not coming.
Sir, there is a one bar at the bottom. There you can see a share option. Just beside the participant, sir.
Participant chart and share screen. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
If I click that, there coming.
Yes.
This will be stop other screen sharing. Do you want to continue? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I done. Yes, come here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is now it is coming, no?
Yes, sir. You're audible and your screen is visible.
So my topic is scope of pharma professional in Ayush research. So madam already told my things that I am Dr. Ashok Panda, MD in Kaya Chikitsa Medicine, Research Officer, Scientist 3, Central Ayurveda Research Institute, Bhubaneswar, a unit of CCRS, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. So actually, the pharma professional have been delivering a wide range of innovative and effective solution in pharma industry, product marketing and research. Although traditional system of medicine like Ayurveda
Sir, you are not audible. Hello, I think there is some network issue. So we'll resume in 1 or 2 minutes. Just wait. There will be some network issue from Panda sir, so he will be resuming 2 or 3 minutes. Just wait.
Sorry. No.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Okay, sir. Yes,
Hey,
you are audible.
audible madam. Like money current gone. That's why some interruption. Okay. Again.
Okay, you are host now, sir.
Okay. You are the host now. Share screen. Yes. Shanti conference.
Okay, sir. There are some advantages as well as disadvantages of virtual conference as well.
Yes. 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 Now coming.
Yes. You can share your screen, sir, now.
Now sharing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. From beginning that I already told you my introduction. Sorry for interruption. Second is this pharma professional have been delivering a wide range of innovative and effective solution in pharma industries, product marketing and research. Although traditional system of medicine like Ayurveda have been recognized and accepted as a more in most countries, but effect to provide good quality products is essential duty of us. Because everybody thinks that the traditional medicine is safe, but not always safe. So toxicity studies is very essential, and reverse pharmacology also very essential for us. Most of the Ayush medicine are manufactured from herbal minerals, animal products came from natural resources. So we have to see the standardization of all the Ayush products and the increasing use of Ayush medicine and growing demand of global market requires research for its quality, safety, and efficacy. So, what is the Ayush strength? The growth of Ayush Pharma in nutraceutical, food processing, and healthcare are growing, which attract research and development. Ayush products have good OTC market. You know, most of the Ayush products they are marketing through TV or newspaper. So people they are not going to the doctor. They are purchasing from the media like electronic media advertisement or print media advertisement. So Ayush products are approved as food supplement in developed country. As you know, everybody that all our Ayush products they are sold in USA as food supplement or functional food like that. Working in gray areas of modern medicine like chronic diseases, you know, chronic inflammatory diseases are very seldomly they are response to the modern medicine or people used to take for a long time of medication. So people hesitate to go for the modern medicine. So they are coming to Ayurvedic medicine, like the diabetes, thyroid problems and others. And we have the good solution to having the radical cures on that and widely accepted as less side effects compared to modern system of medicine. That I before also told that people thought that Ayurvedic is less side effect compared to Ayurvedic or Ayush or homeopathy is less side effect to as like to the modern medicine. Radical cure of chronic diseases that can be termed as remission of disease like diabetes, you know, cancer, CLD, chronic liver disease or chronic parenchymal liver parenchymal disease, CKD, so thrombocytopenia, and many more diseases, neurological problems, that muscular dystrophy, pseudomuscular hypertrophy, and all other diseases which have a very good curative or remission in Ayurveda compared to the modern medicine. And what is the weakness of your Ayush research? There is a low investment in the research and development, low price market, because Ayurvedic products are very less price compared to the modern medicine. Low healthcare spend, because Ayurvedic total Ayush budget is only 8% of the health budget, which is 12% in HIV/AIDS project. So this is very low budget in health ministry, or in our GDP is very less investment. So there is less R&D growth. Highly fragmented industry, because the industries are also not organized. So inadequate regulatory standard, because Ayurvedic or Ayush, they are very migrated, and they are not having good regulation in Ayush level or in state level, like that, in central level or in your state level. Drug standardization and quality is always a question. Everybody told your standardization of drug is not, and quality of the drug, whether it is a contaminated or what is the source of the drug, is always a big question and commented in newspaper and TV many times. With fear of drug toxicity, many of the papers you can see Ayurvedic drugs, or mostly you will get Ayurvedic drugs that will be hepatotoxic or renal toxic, or it is reduce the thrombocytes, or it is a hemotoxic, like that. Many papers are putting in your internet, and also in academic.edu or any scientific site like ResearchGate, you will get some of the drug toxicity in Ayush medicine. Inadequate skilled manpower and high internal politics. That is also a very big thing. Not adequate skilled manpower in Ayush research, and high internal politics also, that is also in our other system of medicine or other system. But our I think in Ayush there are more, because it is a very little organization, so more internal politics. So what is the domain of Ayush research? You know very well, people all know the drug discovery, preclinical, early clinical development, clinical trials, that I am doing many clinical trials, and I am responsible for many clinical, I am the PI of many projects of clinical trials, and clinical data management, statistical programs, regulatory affairs. There is a big thing, medical affairs and medical information, intellectual property. That is, you have last lecture, what is intellectual property, and pharmaceutical patents, business development, marketing and sales, drug safety and pharmacovigilance, quality assurance and quality control, health economics, outcome research, pricing and reimbursement, market access. These all are domain of you people. Although we the clinicians, we have little role in that, but pharmaceutical profession have the whole domain of this type of research. You have your participation in this all type of research. And then what is Ayush research in practice? What we are doing in Ayush? We are doing the preclinical studies like toxicity. We are seeing the liver toxicity, hematotoxicity, renal toxicity in tissue levels, and we are giving dosing, various dosing. And what is the lethal dose? We are estimating that. And we have some centers. We have center in Calcutta. They are looking the toxicological assessment of that. There are some pharmaceutical people, M Pharma, and also pharmacologists are there. They are conducting this type of research. Then clinical research is my center, where validation of Ayurvedic formulations for its safety and efficacy. We are looking in human trials. We are looking the efficacy. We have IC on your ethical committee, institutional ethical committee, and we are looking on this validation of Ayurvedic formulation, classical Ayurvedic formulation for its safety and efficacy. Basic research, we are doing the Prakruti, that is, the Prakruti is a personalized medicine, and that is known as Ayurvedic studies also conducting in some of the centers. Pharmacoepidemiology, prescription pattern, people attraction towards Ayurveda. These are comes under the clinical epidemiology and pharmacoepidemiology. Pharmacovigilance is in ASU drugs, Ayurveda, Siddha, and Unani drugs is started since 10 years, and it is going well. Drug safety also we are monitoring, clinical safety, and also in animal models in tissue culture also we are looking tissue culture level, and reverse pharmacology, folklore claim that can be validated by reverse pharmacology formulation methodology, and drug standardization is a very vital part of Ayush research, because how we will do it, that I will tell you the markers, that bioactive markers is taking on to consideration in the drug standardization. Then drug development, most of the centers we are having drug development. Ayush medicine are prepared from materials of herbal origin, which are often obtained from variety geographical and commercial sources. As a result, it may not always be possible to ascertain the condition to which they may have been subjected to many hazards. In addition to, they may vary in composition and properties. Complex ingredients are also a problem. If you see the morphine or any cannabis, you have many cannabinoids, and we are using the raw materials, hemp. In hemp, many constituents are there, many phytochemistry are there, phytochemical agents are there. So it is a very complex ingredient. So it is to identify the active ingredients, active marker is a big point for us. So active markers, what are the things actually responsible for the biological events or biologic or clinical active constituents that have to be identified, that is known as active markers, and that is analytical markers, in which we will analyze the product, analyze the product, what solvent we will use, whether we will use the alcohol or water extract or alcohol extract, what is blending materials we will use, standardization also, active quality control and quality assurance is a big thing in drug development of a Ayush drug, Ayush medicine. So now I will tell you how you people can be fit in our research. So what is your curriculum, pharma curriculum? Now diploma, you have PG diploma, pharmacy, that is D-Pharm, you people know. Ayurveda D-Pharm also now coming up in many universities. And veterinary science also, D-Pharm in veterinary science, both the things also useful in Ayush research. Then pharma management, PG diploma in herbal products also available in some of the central institutes. Pharmacovigilance PG diploma, regulatory affair in PG diploma, clinical pharmacology PG diploma. So these are very big. Your academic profiles, curriculum is now come up with the need of the hour. So it is very good thing for you people. Then B Pharma and M Pharma also, Ayurveda B Pharma also exists in West Bengal. And then bioceutics in B Pharma, cosmeceutics also there, clinical practice and research also M Pharma, B Pharma, drug development and regulatory affairs, drug regulatory affairs, natural product B Pharma, M Pharma, pharmacognosy and phytochemistry, pharmacology and toxicology, clinical pharmacy, quality control and quality assurance, also B Pharma, M Pharma available in your curriculum. So it is this curriculum, those have been postgraduate or graduation in that things to be fitted in Ayush research. Why I am telling? Because you people can fit in, if you are having B Pharma in bioceutics or natural products, that is now coming up with a great importance in not only in India but also in other countries. So what is the arena of Ayush research? That we have some government research institute, pharmaceutical industries of government like IMCCL, that in COPS, and also so many pharmas are there. Hospitals are there. They are doing the clinical research. They are doing the many epidemiological research. Medical colleges are also there. Ayurvedic Medical College, Homeopathy, Siddha Medical College. They are also responsible for the Ayush research. Then private hospitals, private companies like Davor Research Foundation, Patanjali Research Foundation, they are also doing some good research. Drug testing laboratories are there. They are also doing some research regarding the biomarkers or marker living. And some hospitals are there. There are district hospitals and state hospital. Consultancy service are also now available in many of the cities. They are giving ICE consultation in the research. They are writing the projects and they are approving the project. They are giving the concept notes like that, and these are also coming up. That you can also do the consultancy service in the ICE. Then another thing is how the main research area in ICE, standardization and authentication. This is very important area. Folklore research, many folk people, the traditional healers also using some of the herbs for some of the diseases that can be evaluated, that can be studied, reverse pharmacology and identification, notification, toxicological studies. That I told you before going to any toxicological study we have to do. And the animal study and in vitro studies are also preclinical studies where in vitro models like we are anti-cancer studies that we are using the cell culture method. And if you see the DNA regulation, also you have to see the cell culture method. Proteomics also coming in Ayurvedic studies, Ayurvedic drug research, proteomics. And clinical trial for validation of the drugs. That is, we are going pharmacovigilance also there. We will see the any toxicological adverse events or adverse reaction to the Ayurvedic drugs or ICE drugs. Then safety efficacy monitoring is going on every day in validation study, packing and storage. That is also is going on. How to having good packaging and storage, how to store the raw materials and also finished product. Then conclusion is that the pharma professional has been a good scope to make career in ICE research. ICE will be the next generation medicine for chronic disease in the globe. Standardization SOP, standard operating procedure, and GMP, good manufacturing practice, and the key areas to develop. And it is time to make ICE database by R&D. Because ICE having very less data compared to that is not any mega data, and we have no any concrete database, or if you not we have studies, review papers on big trials, meta-analysis like that. So we have very less data, so we have to generate more data to validate our medicine. And all people that qualification, training and experience are the trinity of professional excellence for everybody. We have qualification. I will show you the what qualification. Training also, I told you, we have to get specific training. If you regulatory affairs and other, and the experience also in ICE research. You have to establish, then you can be a professional excellent in your field. Then I acknowledge to our director, Dr. Anita, CRI Bhubaneswar and his entire team for cooperation and advices. I acknowledge to Dr. N. Srikant, Director General of CCRS, New Delhi, and his entire team for their inspiration and time-to-time guidelines for my academic excellence. Thank you all for patient hearing. And any queries you can write also after this AK_06 yahoo.com. Thank you all. Thank you. Madam, over to you, madam.
Yes, sir. Okay, now the session is open for question and answer. If anybody has a question, please raise your hand or just unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello. Yes, Shita madam. Yes, I am audible.
Yes, please, you can ask.
Okay. Hello.
Yes,
Thank you, sir. You have covered various research area in Ayush. Sir, my question is related to the extramural grant.
Yeah. Very good.
Sir, yes. Sir, Ministry of Ayush invite proposal under EMG scheme throughout through a advertisement, or this scheme is open throughout year. Sir, please guide us
Actually,
application mode.
you go to the site Ayush, Ministry of Ayush. The
Yes.
site Ministry of Ayush, then you will get extramural research.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, there everything is there. How to apply?
Yes.
What are the criteria? Okay,
Yes.
how many time they will first, if you submit the project, then they will there is a team. Okay, in CCRS
Okay.
technical team, they will scrutinize your research.
Yes. Yes.
Whether we have some research pass, we have gave grant of that, credibility of your institute. What are
Okay.
your credibility of the institute? Then they will grant you, and credibility of the PI.
Okay.
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 On after that they will call for you interview.
Okay. So, sir, this EMG scheme is open throughout year?
Throughout year, madam.
Okay.
But
Okay.
they are in quarterly they are calling for it. You can anytime you can apply. Okay. Anytime you can apply, madam. Hello.
Yes, sir. Any other questions to
It is a
anybody?
very good thing for everybody. There is a collaborative research.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can keep a Ayurvedic professional with your professional. But actually, really, pharmaceutical professional have more scope than we also. Okay, we have less chances. We are only doing clinical trial. Understand? You people can do more research. I see.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Okay, I think Nilesh, some
Yes.
participants in
Yes.
between. Yes, you can ask your question.
Yeah. First of all, good morning to all of you, and thank you, sir, for such a wonderful sessions on Ayush medicines. Right. So I have the question simple, sir. I'm very curious about to learn, to understand what is the safety concern of the Ayush products. In terms of the toxicity studies, what are the safety toxicity studies it is needed to be the we can say to approve these Ayush products in the market?
Yes. So there are two types of products available in the market. One is classical product, like which is written in Charaka Samhita, Sushruta, Bhagavata, and Vaishya Ratnavali, like that. These are termed as a classical product. They told these are time tested. It not requires the phenomena like preclinical study. It can be approved direct to the clinical study. Okay, there is please understand, two types of products. Those are classical products. Those are written in Charaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Bhagavata, Ashtanga Hridaya, Ashtanga Sangraha, Vaishya Ratnavali, Rasaratna Samhita. That they are telling these are time tested. So it not requires in WHO guideline also telling it not requires the your preclinical study. They are going for directly to the human study. Okay. There we will looking the safety and efficacy. Mainly we are looking the hematological profile pre and post. Then your blood pressure, everything is there. Blood clinical data like blood pressure or clinical signs. Everything will be there. Pulse, blood pressure, everything. Then renal profiles, urea, creatinine. We are looking LFT. That is bilirubin, total protein, SGLT, SGPT, and the hematological profile like CBC we are looking. And if any abnormalities or any sign of any dehydration or anything or orthostatic hypertension, we are looking that primarily we will admit this patient. These are known as acute toxicity, chronic toxicity that we are monitoring in patients. This is for classical formula. But any drug development, any new formulation can, like we are taking the patent, like I-64, like that you might be heard the I-64, which is a very big market in malaria research. In that product, you are doing the in vitro clinic toxicity first, then we are going for animal model, animal toxicity in albino rats and albino rabbits like that, and then we approve this. Then we'll see also the every product, finished product also we'll looking the any heavy metals content or that is fungus and alpha toxins they are telling. And next is we are looking for any pesticide residue like that. Everything we are monitoring that percentage is be quantified. Then only that is gone for human trial. Okay. So toxicity part we are looking very hardly. Now also we have one project here. The safety of the selected Ayurvedic medicine. Like we are heavy metals, everybody tells. Some products like Nityananda Rasa, it has contained arsenic. Okay, it is rich in arsenic. So we are giving Nityananda Rasa by the standard operative procedure, and it is manufactured by the company. And that Nityananda Rasa we are using in filariasis, and we are looking the safety profile of that. Yeah. Like that, many of the medicines we are looking for safety profiles first, and some are knowingly added the heavy metals, and some are contaminated with the soil. So both the cases we are looking the safety first, safety then efficacy. Always we are looking the safety. Otherwise, you stop the trial. If anything adverse effect, some I trial one medicine for vitiligo. So I used 2-3 patients, and it was having very big blister. Okay, then we stop this medicine. Okay. So now also we are using some of the medicine for acid peptic disorder, and people having head reeling. Some of the patients they are told about head reeling. So then we stop the trial, and we communicate the sponsor, which is sponsor for the product or research grant, which is given the research grant. That sponsor, we just write a letter to them that this patient are having the disease problem. We communicate to IEC, Institutional Ethical Committee. Then we stop that trial. These are all the phenomena like modern medicine we are following. There is no any question about it. Okay. So you understand, or something is there? Hello. Hello. Are you able to follow or not?
Yes, sir.
Two things. One is a classical product. One is new product from drug development research. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
But all herbal medicine is not Ayurvedic. Okay.
Okay.
So that Ayurvedic having the certain principle. They have their own principle like Rasa, Guna, Virya, Vipak, like that. If that is mentioned in the text, then only it will be Ayurvedic. Otherwise, Ayurvedic is a certain his own pharmacology, its own understanding physiology and so all herbal medicine is cannot be regarded as Ayurvedic product, or it may be told as herbal product but not Ayurvedic. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, is there any query to anyone? Yes, any other participants want to ask something?
Very good participation, 94 people are there. So
Yes.
good participation.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for your sharing of valuable information about Ayush medicine, Ayush research, and surely it will help to our researchers as well. I kindly request
Because
Dr.
you
Yes.
know, D Pharma, those are studying D Pharma. We are also taking D Pharma of modern medicine to our hospital. It's a great career opportunity. Now government also trying to every district hospital, Ayush hospital. So there is a chances for D Pharma people to be engaged in our setup. Okay. This is health delivery system, not research. Research also one part of that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I kindly request Dr. Ashok Panda, sir, to accept virtual bouquet on the behalf of convener Dr. P.D. Chaudhary and coordinator Dr. Bhushan Pimpre as a token of gratitude. And so also request you to accept the e-certificate as well as a token of appreciation. Thank you, sir.
So how will thank you. Madam, you can send it to my WhatsApp.
Yes, sir, surely.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you a lot.